What is good? We are back. This time it's Draft Room After Hours on our favorite site, the FFPC. We are drafting the $35 Never Too Early Superflex tournament. Final tabled this tournament last year, 2024. Finished in 12th. Wasn't the best last weekend for me, but went into the weekend with a lot of hope to take down the first prize. It's all good. We will take another crack at it this year. Not a bad finish considering how many. There's thousands in this tournament. So to final table that last year was pretty huge for me. I'm looking for better results this year in the tournament. So let's see what we can do. We are drafting from the 2 spot, starting in 36 seconds. If you haven't seen it yet, I dropped a stream earlier. Also on the YouTube channel, make sure you check it out. Too Little Kittle. We talked tight ends. Was for another tournament. This one was for $25,000. Did a live draft as well. Let me just get my X post up here to let people know that we are live. So FFPC, Superflex. From the 2 spot. For those who don't know, FFPC is tight end premium. You get 1 flex spot in the Superflex format. Let me get back to my draft room here. Ooh, give me some Lamar. I like it. I like it. I don't think I've started this early. Ah, there's Peanut Punch. Peanut Punch is in. It's his second draft I do today, and Peanut Punch is there. Our boy, friend of the show, friend of the channel. Let me just post this on X to let the people know. Jamie, what's up, brother? Welcome. I missed you today, man. I thought you were going to join me on that. We'll have to reschedule that one. But I'm glad you could join tonight, man. The chat was live earlier today, this afternoon. We'll get this one going. Always happy to have you join the show. Guys, make sure you smash the subscribe. I'm doing a bunch of these live drafts all off season. Couple platforms. I'm going to have some guests on. We already had the first episode recorded. We'll be dropping that soon. Let me just get this out here. Jamie, how you doing today, brother? Oh, no problem, man. All good. Yeah, I talked to Matt about Fast Draft as well. The problem with me is I'm on Android and I'm in Ontario. So I got 2 things not working with me. But as soon as one of those or both of those get going, I will also be helping him promote that project. So good luck with that. We'll check that out for sure. Here we go. Get the thread on here. The link, I mean. How's everyone doing today? Have you guys done any of these? Let me know in the comments. Let me know in the chat. The best ball tournaments are just pumping this time of year. It's a great time of year because it's before the NFL draft. So, you know, we get to kind of plant flags, get guys at values. I mean, look, some guys we're drafting now might just totally fall off the player queue, right? Off the ADP. So, while other ones will just skyrocket depending on landing spot. Some guys, the landing spot's already baked in. All right. That is done. The X post is out. Let the people know we are live streaming on the FFPC. So if you're not already on the FFPC, myffpc.com, use the code DRBALLER, DRBALLER, and you'll get yourself $25 off your first team. So basically this tournament will cost you $10 for your crack at $40,000 up top. Get my windows going here. I use the, I like to have the latest Mojo, Fantasy Mojo ADP draft board format up. So I'm going to pull that up just to see what the latest is, where people are going. If you're not part of that site, I have no affiliation or anything. I know Darren, good guy, and I love his site. So check it out, fantasymojo.com. Especially if you're on the FFPC, you get all the ADPs. You even get a stack finder so you can see which stacks are already, or what builds are already kind of, you know, obviously we're trying to get that unique build. So that allows you to see how many builds already have the combination of players you have. So it's a great tool when you're doing these bigger tournaments. I usually use the stack finder mostly in, oh, this is a no-brainer. I'm usually looking to use the stack finder mostly in slow drafts. I mean, you can pull it up during a live draft as well, but a little tough for me. Huh. Where do we want to go here? I don't think I have any of this guy. All right, you know what? I don't think I have any Bo Nix, so let's go Bo Nix on this one. Pair him up with Lamar. Got the Derrick Henry Lamar stack. Can never go wrong with that. Let me know where you are on Bo Nix. I mean, he's definitely pricey, considering he's coming off of his first rookie season. Let's go check out his stats here. I mean, he was awesome. Don't get me wrong. I have him in Dynasty, and pleasant surprise. I mean, with Sean Payton, you would expect the quarterback to do well. Ran into Sean Payton actually 2 summers ago in Mexico, Cabo. And super nice guy. He was walking on the beach. I was on the beach, flying my drone around, and saw him. Or no, actually, I was on a walk with the wife. I think he was walking with his wife. So, got a picture with him. Super cool guy. It was the summer before he was starting with the Broncos. So if we look at Bo Nix in his rookie season, finishes QB 8. So what did we get him as QB 8? So he's pretty much on par. 3,775 passing yards, 567 pass attempts. Wow. 66% completion percentage, 430 rushing yards, and 29 touchdowns. Passing touchdowns, that is. Deep ball attempts, he was 3rd at the position. Air yards, 7th. Passing TDs, he was QB 6 with the 29. Best ball points added, QB 8, so pretty much on par. Fantasy points per game, QB 8 with 19.4. So he's pretty much going, you know, his accuracy rating was actually really good. 2nd at the position, 6.0. He should be getting weapons this year, especially in the backfield. You would think that the Broncos bring in some help for him. I think it's just Jaleel right now and Pirine, if I'm not mistaken. His red zone accuracy, third at the position. Yeah, I mean, he looked good, man, in his rookie season. He's just not someone I've necessarily drafted a lot, especially in the 1 QB tournaments and best balls, just because I do find he's kind of pricey. But as my QB2 with Lamar, I don't hate it. You know, we could have taken like maybe a Drake London or a JT there and then waited for the quarterback position. But what this will probably allow us to do is maybe just go 3 quarterback and save ourselves a spot for, you know, a positional, either receiver, running back, maybe tight end. Let's go back to our ADP board here, see what might fall to us. I was hoping Fields might fall to me here. I'm going to go DJ Moore. Pretty high on him this year with Caleb. That offensive line being drastically improved, new coaching staff. Let's go. I'm going to go with 3 mobile quarterbacks. I know I took Lamar early. Usually I'd wait on my 3rd quarterback. But I'm going to try to go strong quarterback here. We've got a running back. We've got a receiver. Let's see if we can make this work. Get quarterback out of the way. Got huge upside right now with all 3 of my quarterbacks. So we already have 1 correlation with Henry and Jackson. Let's see what we can do with this build. I thought Breece might fall to me there in the 4th round. He's been going a little later just with all the talk about him getting traded, splitting backfield. You know, this time of year, people are bored. Or the coach says one thing that's, you know, gets people worked up, especially in the fantasy land. We'll see where some of these later quarterbacks go, see if I regret that 3rd quarterback in Fields. Peanut Punch in the house. What's up, Aaron? I see you in there. I see you in the 8 spot. It's a great start, man. Barkley, McBride, Herbert, and Garrett Wilson. That's just a beautiful rainbow you got going, buddy. Oh, is it really? Let me refresh that. What about now? Oh, buddy, you're right beside me. That's really weird. I wonder why I did that. All right, there you go. We got a whole different board now. So you got Jaden Daniels, Nico Collins, JT. You're welcome for JT, McConkey, and Stroud. I like it very much so far. Oh, I see you. I see you. Appreciate the heads up. Telling you, any draft I go in, Peanut Punch is there. That's why I wanted him as my first guest. The Art of the Draft. We'll be dropping that shortly. Just getting some editing done, fixing some things on it, and we'll get that on the channel for you guys. And I'm going to start getting in on a regular basis some of the best drafters on the planet to join me one-on-one, help you guys become best drafters. So again, normally I don't take my three. I'm actually usually late quarterback. I like the back half of these drafts normally. And even early, I'll usually anchor my quarterback, but I'm trying something different. Earlier today in a one quarterback, I just realized I don't have my water bottle. See if the wife can bring it. Yeah, these sit and goes, that's the thing, right? They fill up. You don't know when they're going to fill up. Next thing you know, the thing's live. 2-minute countdown. I'm trying to get the stream up. So just trying to bring you guys some nice live drafts. Don't be shy if you're in here. Yeah, exactly. Like Aaron says, you got to get in them when you can. And that's the thing. The FFPC live drafts, they're starting to pick up a little bit, but they're definitely not as frequent as they are later in the off season. Thank you. Thank you very much. Woo! Saved by the wife. Oh, yeah. All right. We're good to go. Go Flowers for the Ravens stack. Got Lamar, Henry, now Flowers. Beautiful. Stack my second quarterback, Bo Nix, with Cortland Sutton. It's a beautiful thing. Christopher, appreciate you joining, buddy. You are correct, and that is actually my favorite stacks are pairing quarterback and running back. I actually, on X today, make sure you check me out on X, Draft Room Baller. I reposted a YouTube video from a year ago that Mike Leone did on stacking. He didn't have data on the running backs specifically. I'd go back and check it out. If you guys are doing best ball tournaments, awesome data on there. But a lot of my most successful Superflex, especially drafts in big tournaments, are by stacking the quarterback and the running back. And that's why getting Lamar and Henry here is a no-brainer for me. I mean, the fact that I already have my first two quarterbacks stacked, and I'm totally fine going naked Fields. Because, I mean, unless you have Hall or Wilson, I'm trying to think who else you would even stack. I mean, maybe you take cracks at rookies and hope that, you know, they end up there. But what's Aaron saying with the crap? Did he time out? Did you time out, Aaron? I think maybe he timed out with Tua. Nothing like timing out in the live drafts. It's torture. Especially when it's not a position you wanted. I feel like that might be what he's referring to. Yeah, autoed. Too many drafts at the moment. That's what happens, right? I figured. I saw Tua, and I was surprised, actually, that you took Tua because you don't necessarily have anyone that you're stacking him with. But, you know, I'm sure you'll make it work, man. I know how you roll. You'll make it work. So pretty happy with the start so far, considering we started with three receivers in the first, or three quarterbacks in the first 5 rounds. Lamar, Henry, Bo Nix, DJ Moore, Justin Fields, Zay Flowers, and Cortland Sutton. It'll be interesting to see what Denver does in the draft this year, whether it's at receiver, running back, tight end. I mean, they brought in Ingram, so you got to think tight end is probably not on the priority list, but I'm sure with Ingram's age, if they can get themselves one of these rookies at a decent value, I'm sure they'll bring him in. Wow, good thing the wife brought in the water bottle because it'd be a dry throat situation right now. It's like middle of winter up here right now. I'm just outside of Toronto. We had snow, we had cold. It was like minus, what was it today? Minus 10, I think. What the feels like was minus 10. So I've got the heat pumping in the office right now, and that dries up the throat big time. All right, let's take a look at what we have coming up here. So already in the 8th round, back end of the 8th round. FFPC never too early Superflex tournament. 10,000 up top for first. There you go. You got your Waddle stack. Ooh. I'm going to grab myself some Godwin. Wide receiver 4, pretty sweet. Probably just snipe the 1 spot. And we're going to come back with Evan Ingram for the Denver stack. So pretty happy with this build so far. Yeah, I figured, Aaron, that Aaron's saying taking Waddle over Godwin hurt. I was happy Godwin was sitting there. I was going to double tap tight end there, but Godwin sitting there to me was just too juicy. And I figured the 1 spot already had 2 tight ends, so I was safe with getting Ingram on the way back. I was going to probably go Tyler Warren, actually, and then Ingram on the way back, but Godwin as my wide receiver 4 is really juicy. I'm really happy with that. Plus, I sniped the one spot because you know he wanted the Godwin Mayfield stack. Especially as his first wide receiver, that would have been perfect for him. So that wasn't the first intention, but it never hurts when you stack your neighbor, when you snipe your neighbor. So let me know what you guys think so far, whether you're looking at the 3 spot with Aaron's team, Peanut Punch. We're in the 2 spot, Lamar, Derrick Henry, Bo Nix, DJ Moore, Justin Fields, Zay Flowers, Cortland Sutton, Chris Godwin, and Evan Ingram. The nice thing with these Superflex tournaments is you literally can build teams a million different ways. Superflex, tight end premium. You get one flex spot in the tight end premium. There's no defense, no kickers, none of that nonsense. 20 rounds. I just realized I think I missed. Let me go into my show description here. I think I actually mixed it up with my 125 buy-in description. Fix that real quick. Yes, I did. Too many of these live streams. Can't keep my facts straight on the details. There we go. So it's 10,000 to first. Save that. Man, X has been acting up all day today. I don't know about you guys. Apologies if you're joining and you're expecting a 125 buy-in. I mean, anyone watching a live draft this time of year is probably not caring. They just want to watch a draft board, see how the builds are happening. But we'll have to fix that after on the X machine. All right, let's see what's coming back to us here. We're approaching the 10-11 turn. So far, we've got 3 quarterbacks, 4 receivers, 1 running back, and 1 tight end. We were hoping that might fall to us, but no such luck. I'm going to go Charbonnet here as our RB2. Thing with Charbonnet is, A, he's got the upside for injury, and B, we have no idea what this backfield really looks like going into this season. All right, we missed on Loveland, but we are going to stack likely with our Jackson, Henry. Yeah, Christopher knows it. Only D-Gen's drafting in April. We know 125 is standard and 35 is Superflex. Correct. I just don't want, the false advertising on the X machine. We don't want anyone getting pissed off, but it's all good, man. The whole point is to let people know we're streaming live. Come join us in the chat. We got Aaron and Christopher. Anyone else watching, don't be shy. Let us know what you're thinking so far of the builds. Curious what you guys think with this whole Breece Hall thing. To me, I just think it's like not necessarily fake news. I just think it's, boredom, April. I mean, maybe they do trade him, but I feel like even if they did, he's going to go to a team that wants him, that's going to use him as a workhorse. I don't really see it hurting his value unless he goes to like San Fran or, like a team that already has a workhorse in place. But I mean, even San Fran, I'm not the most confident in CMC, so. All right, I'm not feeling this beat. There we go. Switch it up. If you guys are into the 125s, if you find me on TikTok, Draft Room Baller, I try to do a video a day, and I started a series. It's basically a 125 slow draft. FFPC best ball tournament, the never too early, for 40,000. I drew the 4 spot, and I'm basically doing one video for each pick that I make. So I've got a couple up already for that series. This morning I dropped my 104 pick. Tomorrow I'll be dropping the 204, and so on and so on. So if you're on TikTok, make sure you're following me. Draft Room Baller, dropping, fantasy content, man. Mostly best ball, but also dynasty and redraft content. Just like on this channel. Make sure you subscribe, smash that like button, don't be shy. Jordan Mason doesn't seem as high on FFPC as he does on other platforms, from what I could tell. I actually believe Breece. So you actually do believe he's going to split. I just think at the end of the day, they're going to play their best player, right? And I think Breece is by far their best running back. What's the rookie's name that's there? Wow, I'm going to blank on his name. Allen? Why am I blanking on his name right now? Gotta have at least one brain fart per stream. Braylon Allen, that's it. I just feel like Braylon Allen didn't really capitalize last year when he had the opportunity. What's the other running back they drafted way later? Ended up taking a lot of the touches. Isaiah Davis. So I just don't see those guys. All right, let me just get to this pick here. I'm going to go golden here. Get some rookie upside at the receiver position. And let's go with some Trey Benson upside at running back. I think Benson and Corum this year can, as long as they don't get totally smashed by the draft, I feel like they're going to get their opportunity this year. Obviously, with Connor ahead of Benson out there in Arizona. Yeah, I agree with you, Christopher, that most rookies take time to produce. I just feel like running backs, when you get your opportunity, you get your opportunity, and you got to flex. You got to at least, you got to capitalize. So I just wonder why he didn't completely get that next man up role last year. And, wow, I'm already blanking on, what was the other guy? Wow, Isaiah Davis. Appreciate it, Christopher. The tricky thing with background music when you do these streams is anything I really want to play is copyright protected. So you're limited, man. You're really limited as to what you can play. So you're either going to pay a ton of money to be part of some site where you could play some known songs and, things that you would probably listen to, or there's like a very select few streamable options out there that you can stream that are non-copyright, and that won't get me kicked off of YouTube. Not that it gets kicked off, but the first time I streamed with music, I always said I wanted to do these with music in the background because I find it's just way more fun, more entertaining, more fun for me too. But the first one I did, I just, put on a playlist that I had, and I got a message from YouTube basically saying that that video will no longer be available in certain territories. So Jets O-line is terrible. Reason for Hall and Allen falling short. Yeah, no, I don't disagree with that. And look, it's not that I don't like Allen. I just think Breece Hall is really good. Like, I don't know if you guys remember, but last offseason, Breece Hall was one of those top 3 running backs, right? It was Christian McCaffrey, Bijan Robinson, and Breece Hall were going top 3 in pretty much every draft at running back. I mean, obviously Chase and JJ and those guys were mixed in, but those were the top 3 running backs that were going off the board pretty much all offseason. So I think people forget. Let's pull up some Breece Hall numbers here. I'm going to have to put Breece Hall on my thumbnail for this one. So that whole Jets offense, was a disaster last year, as you guys know. So fantasy points per game, RB17, obviously that's garbage. Receiving yards, receptions, he was the RB4. Target share, RB3 at 13.8. Routes run, he was at 1. The RB1, yards per reception, RB9. He went RB12 in this draft. I think that's a pretty nice value. That's all I'm saying. And I don't believe this whole splitting the backfield stuff. Not with the 2 options behind him. I think if he gets hurt, for sure Braylon Allen, in his second year, you got to think would be able to carve up a role and get in there. Ooh, juicy, juicy. I'm going to go Strange here. All right. We were maybe thinking Devin Neal there. I'm going to go RJ Harvey here. Get some youth at the running back spot. I like mixing in these rookies. Over 1,500 yards last year. Can definitely catch the ball. 20 receptions. Actually, his all 3 seasons, he's around the 20 mark with receptions. Can handle a workload with over 200. Yeah, actually, I don't mind that call on Freiermuth. That's not a bad call. I do find he is a good value. But here's the deal. Look at tight end overall. I mean, we were on my earlier stream this afternoon, we were all talking about that exact thing. The tight end position is so fun this year because it's super deep. Like, look at the guys that are going right now. Otten, Henry, Strange. These are all legit guys that are they're gonna fit into your starting lineup at some point during the season. So you can go so many ways. I was talking about how Kittle to me is just gold right now, where he's going, especially in tight end premium. He was putting out production like those top two guys, Trey McBride and Brock Bowers, with like 2/3 of the volume. So imagine now with Debo gone, the question marks in San Fran, I think they're going to lean on him even more. And he could easily finish, tight end 1 this year if he gets that volume and he stays healthy. Yeah, RJ Harvey, 4.4, 40. Good speed score, burst score. .205, 5'8", nice little stocky guy. Yeah, RJ Harvey gets a good landing spot. I think that's a lot of upside there. So I like mixing in these rookies. We've got Matthew Golden. We've got RJ Harvey. 3 tight ends so far: Ingram, Likely, and Strange. We've got Lamar, Bo Nix, and Justin Fields at quarterback. Derrick Henry, Charbonnet, Benson, RJ Harvey. Yeah, no, he can definitely get those spike weeks for you. He took a step last year. He took a step last year for sure. I mean, especially compared to 2023, he went from tight end 27 to tight end 13. His 22 season, he was RB 12, so he's kind of in that mid to late teen range. Let me get this up so you guys can see the board here. And he can definitely get those spike weeks. So last year he gave you like a tight end 2 week in week 4 against Indy with 16 points, 16.7. He didn't get any multi-TD games last year. The most he had was 1 touchdown per game, but he gave you like 22 points in week 18 as tight end 1. He gave you some good, let's see, 1, 2, 3 tight end 1 production last year. So all right, let me just see what's going on here. This is another tight end that I think is huge value right now, is Tyler Higbee in LA. He was injured coming back last year, and I mean, Adams joining doesn't necessarily help him, but I still think they lean on him. Let's get aggressive with these tight ends. Let's go Arroyo. Lock up 5 tight ends here. I like checking the RotoViz has the, where is it? The roster construction Explorer. So for tight end in a slim, or no, this is Superflex. Yeah, Superflex slim. Actually, let's narrow this down. Oh, that's why. That's why. Okay. I was like, why does that look so weird? There we go. So, yeah, I could have left it at 4. If I look at like 22, let's see if I go from 23. If you look at 23, 24, from 4 to 5, 4 and 5 tight end builds are the optimal. You're looking at a difference of 9.6% to 9.3 win rate. I was thinking about the one quarterback, but I don't hate it with a rookie tight end. The reason it's the higher, like the 5 and 6 builds in the classics are higher is because you get the 2 flex. Yeah, so 5 has the highest in the one quarterback. That's what I was thinking when I took that. But you know what? I don't mind. Like I said, you're looking at a 0.3 difference. 4 and 5 are the optimal. So I'm fine that with that. We didn't necessarily go super early with our tight ends. So I don't mind having that upside with Arroyo. And it is a position that can deal with injuries. So if these guys miss any time, I don't hate it. The thing is, we also get that extra spot because we're only going with our 3 quarterback build. So right now we've got Lamar, Bo Nix, Justin Fields, 3 quarterbacks. We've got our 4 running backs in Derrick Henry, Charbonnet, Benson, RJ Harvey. Our receivers are DJ Moore, Zay Flowers, Cortland Sutton, Chris Godwin, Matthew Golden. And then our tight end room is just stacked. Evan Ingram, Likely, Strange, Higbee, and Arroyo. So the way I look at it is if I don't have one of those top tight ends, I want to compete with those builds. So again, I probably could have stopped at Higbee and got myself either a receiver or running back with Arroyo, but the upside and the fact that we have that extra spot from our 3 quarterback build makes it just fine. I'm not mad at it at all. We got 3 picks left. I'm going to start picking through the player queue, see what's left. Jalen Milroe supposedly going to the draft for night 1, for day 1, which is interesting. I feel like Dart now is probably the QB2. We'll see what happens on draft night, obviously, draft weekend. But I feel like the Shador heat's really cooled down. And you look in this draft, Dart actually goes 2 rounds later. Yeah, Elijah Mitchell, in KC is definitely crazy good value. If he's healthy, man, he can... I mean, Pacheco didn't look that great when he came back from injury. We'll see if that improves going into next year. You know, Pacheco's not going to give that spot up easily, but I'm not a Pacheco guy personally. All right, where are we going here? Haha. All right, let's go with the stack. Yeah, the problem with Pacheco is he was still splitting with Hunt in... Hold on, let me make my pick here. All right, you mentioned it, so I'll go Elijah Mitchell here. There we go. The backfield is complete. So the backfield, Derrick Henry, Charbonnet, Trey Benson, RJ Harvey, Jalen McLaughlin for the Denver stack. McLaughlin's not a guy I've been drafting at all. So again, that's just, if I'm going to have a Bo Nix team, I don't mind having him in there. And then Elijah Mitchell, like we talked about, in KC now. Pacheco in the hot seat. Yeah, what I was saying is the problem with Pacheco is he didn't come back and necessarily lock up those touches in the playoffs, right? He was pretty much splitting him with Hunt. And like you said, he didn't get extended, so we'll see. Yeah. Oh, there you go. Christopher's on top of it. He's got the KC, Kansas City Chief hot wire. Yeah, I don't have, I want to say any, but I think the only Pacheco I have are like on older dynasty teams where I might still have him. Let me see where I have him in FFPC wise. Yeah, I have one share of Pacheco. And if I were to guess, it's probably, let's see. Where's format? How do you do format? Is it Dynasty? It is Dynasty. There you go. Oh, no, it's not. He's gone. So it's not Dynasty. Let's see. Where's Best Ball? Yeah, so it is a Best Ball build. It must be, if I were to guess, it's probably a Mahomes build. Yeah, one share is probably the extent of the ownership I'll have on Pacheco. He's not someone I've necessarily been drafting. Also, where he goes, excuse me. Like, I'd rather have Scatterboo, rather have Jordan Mason, some decent receivers around him, like Josh Downs, Egboku, Likely, Jaden Reed, Travis Hunter, Brandon Ayuk. So there's some pretty nice receivers and running backs around him. So it's hard for me to take Pacheco at his price. Sorry, I just wanted to see if that was a Mahomes build that grabbed him. So we're on to our last pick here. Let's see who will make the team. Who's going to make the cut? I mean, last pick, ADP goes pretty much out the window. Let's see where I have this guy. I guess. It's all pretty ugly down here, but see if there's any news on this one guy. Appreciate you guys joining. Christopher, Andrew, always appreciate guys in the chat, keeping it live, keeping it buzzing. Yeah, why not? Remember to smash the like. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss a live stream. We're going to be live streaming drafts all off season. We're going to start bringing in some guests, some of the top drafters on the planet, do some one-on-ones. I'm going to drop a little Troy Franklin on here for the Denver stack. So there it is. There's the build. Peanut Punch Man, always a blast drafting with you, especially beside you. So there's the team: Lamar Jackson, Bo Nix, and Justin Fields. At the quarterback position, Derrick Henry, Zach Charbonnet, Trey Benson, RJ Harvey, Jaleel McLaughlin, Elijah Mitchell at running back. At the receiver position, we've got DJ Moore, Zay Flowers for the Ravens stack, Cortland Sutton for the Denver stack, Chris Godwin at a pretty sweet value, Matthew Golden for some upside, and Troy Franklin with the Bo Nix stack. At tight end, we have Ingram, again for the Denver stack, likely for the Ravens stack, Brenton Strange, Tyler Higbee, and some upside with Elijah Arroyo. Let me know in the chat, in the comments, what you think of the build. If you see any teams specifically that you really like. Let's take a quick look see here if there's anything that stands out. I mean, Peanut Punch always has good builds. I like what he's done. He's got his anchor running backs and JT and Montgomery, and then loads the depth at the bottom. With Green, he's got Warren, Ertz, Terrence Ferguson, and Mayer for some depth. And all the receivers are legit. Like what he's done. I mean, this time of year, most drafters are pretty sharp, so it's hard to find someone that's really messed up their build, or I'd have to go through with a fine comb, but looks pretty good. If there's something you see that you like I said, guys, let me know in the comments. Always appreciated. The support is appreciated. Smash that like. And if you're not already on the FFPC right now, on the FFPC site, go to myffpc.com. Use the code DRBALLER, DRBALLER, for $25 off. Appreciate you all. We'll check you later. Have a good night.